Yeah, cheers.
Cheers, yeah.
Cheers.
Cheering your beer, you know?
Cheers.
Cheers.
You ever put Skittles in your beer?
Skittlebrow? No, never
Yeah.
tried it.
Me either.
It seems wild. Seems like a bad idea. Although I did love Orbits as a kid, so that's kind of like a kid's version of that.
That kind of tracks with your whole oeuvre that you liked Orbits.
Yeah, I mean, now I love bubble tea. I love any drink with little bowls in it.
I love me a bubble tea, but Orbits had this like chemical taste to it that I just couldn't get over. I wanted those bubbles and those balls in me, you know?
I wanted those balls in me.
Well, that's what I said to my parents when the commercial came on.
Sorry, my wife
I want those balls in me.
Dad, Mom, I want those balls in me. My wife just
Oh, no,
texted me. My wife just texted me, did you suck out all the juice first to eat the balls last?
Yeah.
Yes, and babe.
Yes, and how else do you drink Orbit?
Yeah, you suck out the juice and then manger them balls, you know?
It was thick water, right? Like they thickened that up.
Yeah, that was how they sold it. Thick water full of balls, Orbits. You're going to love it.
That would have sold. I think that would have changed history, and we would still have Orbits today.
Like, that's the thing, is that how many, you can't really, revolutionize drinks. I feel like most drinks have been invented. What's the next step?
Yeah.
Thicker drinks. Right now,
thicker balls.
Fluid is too fluid. We need a bit of a gel it up a little bit. I want to have to suck the juice out of there.
I completely agree. I'm on board for this thickening of all liquids.
Thank you.
Across the nation.
That's what I'm running for as president of Haiti. Move over, Wyclef Jean. We're thickening the water here.
Yeah, I don't want this to leak out internationally, though. I want this to be a Haitian thing.
Here's the thing. You got thick liquid. It's not leaking anywhere. It's staying put.
It's not going anywhere.
It's staying put. You might get a slow leak, but you're going to catch it before it becomes a problem. That's the beauty of thick liquid. Thicquid is what we'll call it.
Thicquid. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Thank you.
I bet you when you heard it back when I said it, it doubled down your confidence in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, because you were so supportive of it, it clicked for you right away, and you were like, oh, I'm immediately on board with Thicquid. Of course. Let's make it. Let's market it. Let's fill it full of balls and shove it in people's mouths.
Let's shut everything down and focus 100% of our energy on Thicquid.
Yeah, okay, all right. Forget about Revelation, Apocalypse 2, Revelation 19. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about the logistics of making a thicker liquid that's going to revolutionize the drink industry.
For Haiti.
For Haiti, of course. We'll make it coconut flavored or mango or whatever. Whatever we love here in Haiti.
We love you, Haiti.
We love you,
Haiti. We want a Thicquid for you.
We want to make thick avocado liquid for you.
Avocado. Maybe avocado lime?
Oh. Yeah. Yum. Yes, and that sounds like a delicious green flavor. I love it.
Thicquid.
I can picture it's like bright, glowing neon green Thicquid.
Yeah, glowing.
Yeah, of course. Tastes like avocado and limes. Yum, yum, yum. Delicious. And celery. Why not? All the green things are in there.
Yeah, it's got to be Thicquid and it's got to taste good.
Is celery green or like crappy white?
I'm going to go with green on this one, Bob.
I don't know. It kind of feels like it's the color of guano. Like just like a greeny white. And you're like, maybe that's why celery sucks.
I'm a celery apologist. I love celery. I think it stands up to any vegetable out there, even lettuce. Get over lettuce. Let's replace lettuce with celery.
No.
All lettuce gone. Thicquid in.
Yes, of course. I'm gonna cut this part out that I'm about to say. I call when I buy a fresh head of celery, I always name it Celery Clinton, and then as I'm preparing it, I always go chop her up, chop her up.
That's fun, though. I don't think you need to cut that out. That's just good old horseplay.
I'm leaving it in. I'm leaving it in.
Yeah.
All
and
right.
you don't really want to chop her up.
No, God, no. I want to chop up that celery. Of course, I'm making tuna salad. You got to have celery for it.
Yeah, you gotta have the celery for the tuna salad.
Hey, if you take anything away from this podcast, you got to have the celery for the tuna salad. And also, Thicquid, coming soon, brought to you by Pure Boys Podcast. Like,
that's what I was gonna say, and also Thicquid, because you gotta have Thicquid.
Of course. How great would it be if, like, in the Bible, it's like Jesus turned their water into Thicquid, and all of the Pharisees drank from their cups, and it was thicker than they were expecting, and it was very off-putting to them.
Are we gonna Haitian wash the Bible?
Yeah, you bet we are. Of course we are. Of course.
Put in a little Thicquid?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Instead of Jesus providing 40 loaves of fish and bread or whatever, he provides mangoes and avocados and limes, and that's everyone's happy. Nobody gets scurvy. Everyone's happy.
Thou shalt have Thicquid. Yeah, it solves all scurvy needs.
Get rid of coveting your neighbor. Thou shalt have Thicquid is replacing it on the tablet. And that's what Jesus burst into a burning bush and was like, make Thicquid, Moses.
Yeah. Covet your neighbor all you want. That was kind of a mistake by God.
Yeah. Like, what does that even mean? Is it just like, oh, I love my neighbor? Like, what? Covet them. What? It's okay to love your neighbor. It's fine.
I hate my neighbors.
Well, maybe you should covet them.
Okay.
Yeah, flip it. You only have one
neighbor. Thicquid.
You have one neighbor. You only have neighbors on one side. How hard can it be?
I'm going to give him 1 liter of Thicquid and see what happens.
Just in a jug. Here you go. Yeah. Like a 1 liter of Thicquid in a 4 liter jug. So it just sticks to the sides.
That's how we sell it.
Yeah, as you tip it, it coats the inside, and then you have to watch it slowly run down on the inside. It's delicious.
These leftover milk containers with 1 liter of Thicquid in it.
Yeah.
Half green.
And, like, you can't drink it with a straw. It is impossible to drink with a straw. You can't compress it enough to get it up into a straw. It can only fit into your giant, dumb mouth.
Yeah, and you can't pour it out of the jug. It's basically a waste of time.
Yeah, well, of course. What are you going to do? You're going to pour it down the drain or something like that? Like, it's going to clog all the pipes, and then you're going to cause a huge issue in your town.
Plus, you're going to wait all that time to let it pour out, and then you got to pour it into your mouth.
Ugh.
That's double pour time. And this is Thicquid. This isn't your normal liquid.
Is Thicquid carbonized?
Is
it bubbly? Okay, I think it has to be. I think Thicquid has to be a seltzer type beverage. Like, it's got to be fizzy.
I don't know.
You got to feel fancy when you drink Thicquid, because it's only for the bougiest of the bougie. It's not for poor people to drink. It's for people like you and me, kings.
Is there technology out there to carbonate such a Thicquid? Like, wouldn't the bubbles collapse under all that weight?
That's a good point. That's a lot of external pressure pushing in on those bubbles in there.
We're going to need to invent like a thicker gas.
Yeah, we're going to have to we're going to have to put like argon in there or something like that. It's good. Like it'll be a helium infused Thicquid. So the bottle will feel very light when you pick it up, but the drink itself is very dense. When you drink it and the helium dissipates, you feel very bloated and very weighed down after. It's like drinking porridge, essentially. It sits in your stomach and weighs you down the rest of the day.
Well, helium's super strong because of its atomic structure.
Of course. You know, what is its atomic structure? Helium. Done. That's where it is on the chart. On the whatever it's called.
Oh, I love this idea. Could you just, Mark Cuban, if you're listening, if you're our new listener from New York, please invest in this idea.
Please, Marcus Cuban, please. I've talked to the Papa John's people. They're not interested in supporting us, but they are happy that I enjoy my pizza orders. They love us.
But if you get at Papa John's about Thicquid, maybe that changes their mind about things, you know?
That's a great idea. Because that's the thing. We don't have the capital to invest in this. Yes, we're two kings, but we don't have the capital to back that up. So if we got an investor like Mark Cuban or perhaps Papa Shack or something like that, then we'd have the money. We could dump into it, do the proper R&D, and get Thicquid off the ground. We've been talking about Thicquid for 10 minutes.
Well, the problem is last time you approached Papa John's, we were just a couple of libtard soy boys that did a podcast about Christian movies.
Yeah.
Now we have Thicquid to bring to the table. Then their ears are perking up.
Like, now we're entrepreneurs. We're not just hosts. We're creatives and we're entrepreneurs. And this is our pitch to you, Papa John's. You could be on the ground floor of Thicquid, put it in all your shops all across the world, and make it a reality for so many people. We're saying it's not for poor people, it's for bougie people. That's why we're trying to sell it to Papa John's, the king of the fast pizzerias.
Yeah, the king of the fast pizzerias.
Exactly.
I'd agree with that wholeheartedly. We already came up with that technology, put helium in it. What else do you need?
We already came up with the technology, put helium in it. How does that make it thicker? Oh, no. It makes it carbonated. How does it make it carbonated? Because the liquid is thicker. You need a stronger gas to get the bubble. That's what helium is. Plus, when you drink it, your voice gets higher. So that's like an added bonus. That's how you know people are on the Thicquid. It's like...
Yeah, that's how you connect with Thicquidites.
It's the blue eyes, the spice melange. It's Thicquid. You get a high voice.
We definitely have to make this give people green eyes.
Yeah, and green skin. It poisons you. It makes you sick. It makes your body break down in ways it's not prepared to.
But it's like leeches on your eyes. It's worth it.
Oh, yeah. Your eyes turn bright green, and then they slowly shrivel up and suck into your head. Like over years. It's not like a right-away thing. But if you drink Thicquid all the time, if you replace all your other beverages with Thicquid, then yeah, your eyes are... You sacrifice your eyes for that. But
you're pricked.
Yeah, but it's good. You got a heavy weight in your gut and helium in your belly, and you're laughing and you have a high voice and you feel full and satisfied and thick. What could be better?
Yeah. Oh, you feel so thick, and you can go out into the woods and scare people like crazy. I mean, you got green eyes, you got a high voice, just pop out of a tree.
Your pee comes out in a thick stream that you have to break off before you can drop it in the toilet. It doesn't, you have to like pull the rest of it out and then drop it down. That's what it does to your body.
And if you're a male, it shrinks your prostate so you pee extra hard. We haven't figured out the technology for females, but we're working on it.
Well, yeah, of course. Not only do you pee extra hard, you yizz extra hard. That's the benefit of Thicquid. It makes your yizz frothier and your pee thicker that you have to break it off. You're welcome, society.
If your pee is coming out super quick, it stands to reason that your is going to get out of there like a shot out of a gun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course. Because it knows it's got to push... When you have that like refractory pee, it's pushing all your out. And then the rest of your like, we got a clear path. Look how big his urethra is. Let's sprint through it and get in that egg. Thick.
Oh, we got a lot of show to get to.
Oh yeah. My wife is listening in on our conversation because she said you might want to look into sounding for all that thick pee. And do you know what sounding is, Johnny?
I'm guessing it's like a technique to like see with sound, like dolphins, echo stuff.
Ooh, that's a much nicer. No, that's not what it is, but that would be nicer. It'd be a nicer world if that's what it is. It's when you stick it's gauging your urethra essentially. You stick bigger and bigger sticks in there to push it out and make it thick and wide for better peeing. I don't know.
It definitely wouldn't be for better peeing because that's not going to do anything. It's all the gears inside you that force the pee out.
Much like Haley Joel Osment in AI, it's all the gears inside you, and then your face melts when you eat spinach.
Yeah. Yeah, your urethra at the end doesn't do anything for pee velocity.
Do you think anyone's ever said urethra Franklin before?
I say it before I go to bed every night.
It's Pia Boys, you know, Sir Shakaroni Obama, and John Two Toilets now, watching all the movies that I miss. I'm Mr. talking about God. I lick you boom boom down. It's Pia Boys, you know, Sir Shakaroni Obama.